So, I have had quite a lot of requests for me to make videos talking about countering specific heroes. This little bugger, this little pain in the backside, is one of those heroes that has been requested quite a few amount of times. So, we're going to cover in this video how you can actually counter Bristleback and stop getting stomped by him in your pub games, because we all know for a fact that this guy, when he gets some items, can absolutely destroy your entire team. It sucks. You don't know how to deal with it. It happens quite often in pubs. So now we're going to learn how to deal with it. Now, this one's quite easy. The way you deal with Bristleback is with the ability Break. Now, Break can be applied from a few different sources, and I'll put on screen like a little chart for you guys down here somewhere where you can actually see sources of Break. Now, taking advantage of this is huge. One way you can do this, and if I see a Bristleback in a game, I actually pick this person every single time because he is absolutely great against Bristleback, and that is Viper. Now, a Viper can apply a break with the Nether Toxin. Now, what does break exactly do? So for anyone who doesn't actually know, break will actually just completely remove passive effects, like certain passive effects. So as you know, if you attack Bristleback at the front, it does normal damage. It's absolutely fine. But if you turn him around and attack him at the back, it does a lot of reduced damage, and as you do a certain amount of damage, then quills will spray out and it will hit you instead, right? So you take a lot of damage, he takes reduced damage. Break is going to disable his passive while he's affected by it. Nether Toxin adds this big circle of acid on the floor. While he's in there, you can see that it says break above his head. So with this break on him, if you attack him from behind, as you can see, it doesn't matter. He is still going to take the same damage. So if you look, he's taking reduced damage with the break on. And then now look how much he's taking. It does a lot more, and this is due to the break effect removing his Bristleback here. So this is basically how you counter Bristleback. There's not really much else to talk about in this. Viper is absolutely great for it. Another person that is really damn good is PA. If you're playing PA, you can grab your shard, and you can also take advantage of the break from her as well. This is just another good example that I like to maybe suggest in pub to people like, oh, how do we deal with this? What are we going to do? I would suggest maybe grabbing a shard on PA, because with the Fan of Knives, if you use this, it applies a break as well, and that actually lasts for a decent amount of time. So the cooldown on this is only 15 seconds. So you can apply this pretty often, and you can have it ready for every fight. So you use the Fan of Blades, and then you can both, or your whole team can beat the crap out of him while this is available, and he's just not going to have that passive effect. Now, breaks don't last all that long, so it may be worth even getting a couple of these if you are struggling. And another one you can get on the go is a Silver Edge. So anyone who is a regular Silver Edge carrier, so let's say like Slark, for example, right? Slark is a great Silver Edge carrier. You can grab one on him. Let's have a look and buy one of those real quick. Silver Edge will also apply a break when you hit them with the attack. So you go invis, you hit them, and you'll see a break comes above their head then as well. So even if you do have one of these, if the Bristleback is still doing well, if he's still stomping your team, or if he's just not shut down quite enough, it is maybe still also worth grabbing a Silver Edge on a carry, like Drow Ranger or Slark, or anyone who just carries a Silver Edge well, and taking advantage of that break as well. Break is how you deal with Bristleback, and then from there it's just doing as much damage as you can during that time. So you want to coordinate your focused attacks by doing breaks to him, and then all of you focusing on him to get him down during that duration. But also the reason I prefer Viper is because the duration is 8 seconds on this. When it's leveled up, it's 8 seconds, and he has to get out of that. Like, he has to get out of it. And of course, if you ult him as well, he can't really get out, and he's taking a ton of damage, and he's just pretty much dead. So Viper's like the ultimate counter to this guy. I would suggest suggesting the hero at least when you have a Bristleback in your team. The breaks are incredibly good, and they counter a lot of heroes. We'll get back to that when we get to different heroes like Huskar as well. But yeah, that's how you counter Bristleback. Do not let him do this to your team, because damn, no one wants to see this, man. That's just not fun. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, do sub to the channel. I'll do more. Suggest down in the comments which hero you want to see next, and I hope it was useful. See you later, guys. Bye.